That bottle of fabric softener is the very thing turning your towels stiff, gray, and scratchy, and Nonna never bought it. Today, 25 white vinegar laundry tricks for softer, fresher clothes, including the one that throws out your fabric softener for good, and a number one that cleans the machine itself so every wash after comes out fresh. Let's get into it. Number 25. Bring a stiff, scratchy, board-hard towel back to soft in a single wash. You know the one. You pull it off the rail, and it's so stiff it almost stands up on its own, and it just pushes the water around your skin instead of drying you. Nonna didn't throw it out. She poured half a cup of plain white vinegar into the rinse, with no detergent and no softener in with it, and ran the towel through on its own. The mild acid dissolves the hard crust of old soap and hard water minerals locked deep in the fibers, and the towel comes out soft, open, and thirsty again, like the day it was bought. Feel it once, and you won't believe it's the same towel. And the next one gets the sour sweat smell out of your gym kit. Number 24. Kill the sour, sweaty smell that clings to workout clothes. Sportswear comes out of an ordinary wash smelling clean enough, then the moment you warm up, it turns sour and stale all over again. Because normal detergent never fully clears the sweat and bacteria buried deep in the stretchy fibers. Nonna added a cup of white vinegar to the rinse. The acid breaks down the oily, odor-causing residue that soap leaves behind, along with the bacteria living in it, so the smell is gone for good instead of coming back with the first bit of heat. And the vinegar itself rinses away completely, leaving no tang of its own. Subscribe. We're bringing back the tricks Nonna never wrote down. And the next one brings your gray, dingy whites back to bright white. Number 23. Bring dingy, grayed-out whites back to bright white. White shirts, socks, and sheets slowly turn a tired, grayish yellow, and people blame the age of the fabric when it's really a dull film of old detergent and hard water minerals building up and dimming them down. Nonna soaked them in a basin of warm water with a cup of white vinegar for an hour before washing, or simply poured that cup into the rinse. The mild acid dissolves the dingy film and lifts the grayness clean away, so the whites come back crisp and bright, with no chlorine bleach, which actually yellows some fabrics over time and weakens the threads. And the next one takes the crackle and cling of static right out of the load. Number 22. Take the crackle and cling of static out of your synthetics. Man-made fabrics come out of the dryer clinging to your legs and snapping with static, and it's worst of all in the dry cold of winter, so people buy box after box of dryer sheets to fight it. Nonna's answer was half a cup of white vinegar in the rinse. By softening the fibers and stripping out the detergent residue that helps a charge build, it lets the static drain harmlessly away instead of crackling, so the clothes come out hanging loose and separate rather than stuck together. No waxy dryer sheets and no chemicals against your skin. And the next one lifts that awful musty smell out of a wash you forgot in the machine. Number 21. Rescue a forgotten wet wash that's turned musty and sour. We've all done it, left a finished load sitting wet in the drum for a day until it takes on that damp, mildewy, sour smell that an ordinary rewash just will not shift. Nonna didn't tip in more detergent, which only buries the smell for an hour. She ran the whole load again on the hottest wash with 2 cups of white vinegar and nothing else added. The acid kills the mildew that's causing the smell and neutralizes it at the source, instead of covering it with perfume, so the washing comes out genuinely fresh rather than faintly sour under a floral mask. And the next one explains why your towels went hard in the first place, and undoes it. Number 20. Strip years of hidden buildup out of tired, hardened towels. Here's the thing most people are never told. Towels don't go hard because they wear out. They go hard because every single wash leaves a little more detergent and fabric softener behind, and that waxy buildup slowly coats the fibers until they simply can't drink up water anymore. Nonna stripped it right out. She washed the towels on the hottest cycle with 1 cup of white vinegar and no detergent at all, letting the acid dissolve years of that coating away. They come out lighter, softer, and properly absorbent again, soaking up water the way they did when they were new. And the next one clears the trapped soap residue that's quietly stiffening the rest of your clothes. Number 19. Rinse the trapped soap out of clothes that never feel quite clean. Most of us use far more detergent than a machine can ever rinse away, so the excess stays behind in the cloth, stiffening it, dulling the color, and holding on to the very smells you were trying to wash out. Nonna added half a cup of white vinegar to the final rinse. The acid cuts straight through the leftover alkaline soap and lifts it out of the fibers, so clothes come out cleaner, softer, and free of that faint scratchy residue against your skin. It's the natural rinse aid your machine was always missing, and it costs pennies. Subscribe and keep the old laundry wisdom alive with us, and the next one gets the sweat stains and the yellowing out from under your arms. Number 18. Lift the sweat stains and yellow crust from under the arms of your shirts. The underarms of white shirts go stiff, yellow and crusty over time, and here's what most people miss. It isn't only sweat, it's sweat reacting with the aluminum in your antiperspirant and slowly baking into the cloth. Nonna pre-treated it before it ever went in the machine. She sponged the marks with neat white vinegar and let it soak in for 20 minutes, then washed as normal. The acid dissolves that built-up mineral crust and breaks down the yellow stain so it lifts away in the wash, saving a good shirt that was headed for the rag bag. And the next one is the single trick this whole video is named for. Number 17. Replace your shop fabric softener for good with 1 cheap bottle. This is the one on the thumbnail. That expensive softener promises soft, fluffy laundry, and it does give you a soft feel, but it works by coating everything in a thin, waxy film, and that film is the very thing that builds up over time, stiffens your towels, and stops them soaking up water at all. Nonna threw the bottle out and poured half a cup of plain white vinegar into the softener drawer instead, every single load. It softens the fabric naturally by relaxing the fibers and rinsing the leftover detergent clean away, so everything comes out genuinely soft, fluffy, and fresh, with no perfume and no waxy coating left behind. And the vinegar rinses out so completely there's no smell of it at all. A $2 bottle doing the entire job of that pricey softener, load after load. And the next one stops new colors bleeding all over everything. Number 16. Stop a new colored garment bleeding its dye all over the wash. A new red shirt or a fresh pair of dark jeans bleeds dye the first few times you wash it, and 1 stray red sock is all it takes to turn a whole white load pink. Nonna set the color before it ever met the rest of the washing. She soaked the new garment on its own in cold water with a cup of white vinegar for an hour before its first wash. The mild acid helps fix the loose dye in the fibers and rinses the excess away, so far less of it runs later on. And every one of these, the softener swap, the color soak, the stain tricks, and the smell tricks, all the little laundry secrets Nonna kept in her hands and never wrote down, is written down in Nonna's handbook, all of them numbered, in the order she'd have taught you. The link is in the description below. Now, number 15. Keeping your dark clothes dark. Number 15. Keep your black clothes and jeans from fading to a dull gray. Dark clothes lose their depth alarmingly fast, turning dull and grayish, and nearly everyone assumes the color is just wearing out with age. Often it isn't wearing out at all. It's a chalky film of detergent and hard water minerals settling on the surface and dimming the color right down. A Nonna washed her darks with half a cup of white vinegar in the rinse and never any fabric softener. The acid strips that graying film away and stops it building back up, so blacks stay deep and black, and jeans keep their rich, dark color far longer. And the next one clears the built-up deodorant marks off your shirts. Number 14. Clear the built-up deodorant marks off the inside of your shirts. Over the months, deodorant builds into a stiff white or gray crust inside the armhole of a shirt, and no amount of ordinary washing ever seems to shift it. A Nonna dampened the marks and rubbed in a little neat white vinegar, or laid a vinegar-soaked cloth over them for 10 minutes before the shirt went in the wash. The acid dissolves the waxy, mineral-heavy deodorant residue so it lifts clean away, and the fabric goes soft again exactly where it had gone stiff and cardboardy. And the next one is the short, honest list of the few places you should keep vinegar away from. Number 13. Know the few simple rules that keep vinegar completely safe, so that you can use it with total confidence everywhere else. Here is the short, honest list. First, never mix white vinegar with chlorine bleach. The two together give off a genuinely dangerous gas, so it's always one or the other, never both in the same load. Second, don't leave neat vinegar sitting on the rubber door seal of your machine cycle after cycle, because over a long time the acid can wear the rubber down, so dilute it, wipe it, and dry it off. And honestly, that's all there is to it. It's only a mild acid, so dilute it for soaking, and on everyday cottons and synthetics, it's gentle, safe, and brilliant. And the next one keeps your clothes fresh between washes without washing them at all. Number 12. Freshen clothes between washes without ever putting them through the machine. A jacket, a pair of jeans, or a wool jumper you've only worn once isn't dirty enough to wash, but it's picked up a stale, worn, day-old smell, and washing it every time only wears it out faster. A Nonna mixed equal parts white vinegar and water in a spray bottle, misted the garment lightly all over, and hung it up to air by an open window. As the vinegar dries, it neutralizes the trapped odors instead of masking them, and it carries absolutely no smell of its own once it's dry, so the clothes come out fresh and ready to wear again. And the next one drives stubborn smoke and cooking smells out of clothes for good. Number 11. Drive stubborn smoke and cooking smells out of clothes that cling onto them. Stand near a barbecue, a deep fryer, or a smoky bonfire, and the smell soaks deep into everything you're wearing, clinging on right through a normal wash. A Nonna soaked the clothes first. She filled a basin with warm water and a good cup of white vinegar and let them sit for an hour before washing them as usual. The acid breaks down the smoke and grease particles trapped in the fibers, so the smell lifts out completely rather than lingering on for wash after wash. And the next one whitens yellowed old linens you'd given up as ruined. Number 10. Whiten yellowed sheets, pillowcases, and old linens back to fresh again. White cotton that's been stored away in a drawer or slept on for years slowly goes a stale, blotchy yellow, and it can look completely past saving. A Nonna soaked it overnight in a bath of warm water with 2 cups of white vinegar, then washed it as normal in the morning. The acid dissolves the yellowing, which is really a mix of old body oils, trapped detergent, and simple age, and draws it back out of the cotton, so linens that looked finished come out bright, soft, and smelling clean. It's exactly how a Nonna kept one good set of sheets going for a lifetime, and the next one makes scratchy new towels and stiff new jeans soft from the very first wash. Number 9. Soften scratchy new towels and stiff new jeans from the very first wash. Brand new towels, sheets, and denim so often come home stiff, scratchy, and water repellent because they're coated in the sizing and finishing chemicals sprayed on at the factory to make them look crisp on the shelf. A Nonna washed anything new with half a cup of white vinegar in the rinse before it was ever properly used. The acid strips that factory coating away so new towels turn soft and start actually drinking up water instead of pushing it around, and new jeans lose their boardy stiffness and begin to feel worn in and comfortable straight away. And the next one cleans the hidden drawer where your machine is quietly growing mold. Number 8. Clean the hidden detergent drawer where mold quietly takes hold. Pull out the little drawer where the detergent and softener go, and more often than not you'll find it coated in black mold and a slimy, hardened gray sludge, and every wash quietly pulls that smell straight back into your clean clothes. A Nonna took the drawer right out of the machine, soaked it in hot water with a good splash of white vinegar for half an hour, then scrubbed it with an old toothbrush. The acid loosens the mold and dissolves the crusted-on softener gunk so it wipes clean off, and she wiped out the empty slot it sits in with vinegar too. And the next one softens a whole wash for anyone living in a hard water area. Number 7. Soften a whole load if you live in a hard water part of the country. In hard water regions, everything comes out of the wash feeling stiff, rough, and scratchy, no matter which detergent you buy, because the water itself is full of dissolved minerals that leave a chalky deposit clinging inside the cloth. A Nonna simply countered it with half a cup of white vinegar in the rinse of every single load. The acid neutralizes those hard water minerals and stops them settling into the fibers, so clothes and towels come out noticeably softer, and your detergent works far better too, no longer fighting the hard water. Softer washing from the same tap, and the next one gets the clinging lint and pet hair off your clothes. Number 6. Cut down the lint and pet hair that clings all over your clothes. Dark trousers and jumpers come out of the wash, still covered in lint, fluff, and pet hair, and a sticky roller only ever seems to win half the battle. A Nonna added half a cup of white vinegar to the rinse. By relaxing the fibers and draining away the static charge that makes lint and hair grip in the first place, it lets far more of it loosen and rinse away down the drain, instead of baking onto everything in the heat of the dryer. Fewer hairy jumpers, and a lot less time spent rolling. And the next one keeps your line-dried washing soft instead of crunchy. Number 5. Keep line-dried washing soft instead of stiff and board-like. There's nothing like the smell of sheets dried outside in the fresh air, but left to dry on the line, they so often come in stiff, rough, and crunchy, dried rigid by the sun and wind. A Nonna still hung everything out on the line. She just added half a cup of white vinegar to the rinse first. It strips out the last of the detergent that sets hard as the cloth dries in the open, so even air-dried on a line, the towels come in soft and the sheets stay smooth and pliable, with all of that glorious fresh air smell and none of the crunch. And the next one rinses the chlorine and pool smell out of your swimwear. Number 4. Rinse the chlorine and pool smell out of swimwear and save the stretch. Chlorine and salty pool water cling stubbornly to a swimming costume, leaving that sharp, chemical pool smell and slowly rotting the elastic until the whole thing goes baggy and slack. A Nonna-soaked swimwear after every single swim in cool water with a good splash of white vinegar for half an hour, then rinsed it through with clean water. The acid neutralizes the harsh chlorine and lifts out the salt, so the smell disappears and the elastic keeps its snap and its stretch far, far longer. A good costume lasts season after season, and the next one takes the wrinkles out without you touching an iron. Number 3. Smooth the wrinkles out of clothes without touching an iron. Sometimes a shirt comes out of the wash badly creased, or a dress comes out of a suitcase crumpled, and you've no time to drag out the ironing board. Nonna mixed 1 part white vinegar with 3 parts water in a spray bottle, misted the garment lightly until it was just damp, and smoothed it down with her hands, or gave it a gentle downward tug on the hanger. As it dries, the acid relaxes the creased fibers so they fall out straight, and the vinegar smell vanishes completely along with the wrinkles. Hung by a warm, sunny window, the shirt very nearly presses itself. And the next one is her homemade softener you mix once and use all month long. Number 2. Make your own scented fabric softener that lasts a whole month. If the one thing holding you back is the very thought of vinegar's sharp smell, then this is your answer. And it's the cheapest, gentlest softener you'll ever own. Nonna filled a clean jar with white vinegar and dropped in a few strips of lemon peel, or a sprig of rosemary from the garden, then left it to steep for a week. After that, she used half a cup of that infused vinegar in the rinse of each wash. It softens and freshens exactly the same as before, only now it carries a faint, clean scent of lemon or herbs instead of anything sharp, and still no waxy residue, still just pennies a load. And now, number 1, the trick that cleans the machine itself. Number 1, clean the machine itself so that every wash after this one comes out fresh. This is the trick people can't believe until they try it. Your washing machine slowly fills up with the very gunk it's supposed to be rinsing away. A hard, chalky scale of minerals baked onto the drum, a greasy gray sludge of old detergent and softener lining the hidden pipes, and creeping black mold taking hold in the rubber seal around the door. And that hidden filth is the real reason a freshly washed load can still come out smelling faintly damp and sour. Nonna's fix was to run the machine completely empty on the very hottest and longest cycle it has, with 2 cups of white vinegar in the drum and nothing else. The hot vinegar descales the drum and the heating element, dissolves the greasy buildup out of the hoses, strips the hidden gunk and mold off the seal, and kills that musty smell right at its source. Wipe around the rubber seal afterward, dry it off, and do the whole thing once a month. From then on, the machine that washes everything is itself truly clean. So every single load that follows comes out genuinely fresh, soft and sweet, instead of picking up the very grime you were trying to wash away. It's the one trick that makes every other trick on this list work better, the perfect place to finish. So there they are, 25 things one cheap bottle of white vinegar does for your laundry, from a single stiff towel to the machine that washes it all. Lay them out and you see what Nonna always knew. She didn't need a shelf of softeners, brighteners, and fresheners. She needed one honest bottle and the knowledge of where it worked. Learn that, and your clothes come out softer and fresher for pennies a wash. Now, the one place you must never take that vinegar bottle is a cast iron pan. The acid strips the seasoning right off it. How Nonna seasoned hers and kept it for a lifetime is in the video on your screen now. Go and watch that one next. Subscribe, and let's keep saving these old tricks before they're lost.